Well, I'm sitting here in traffic, so I thought I might as well give an update while I'm driving. So, sitting at a little over 7 weeks out, so maybe about 7.5 weeks out. This week, you can see there was a little bit of change in cardio. We just increased my sprints from 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And morning cardio stayed the same, 7 days a week at 60 minutes, fasted. My nutrition changed a little bit, you can see that here. And so we just changed, we dropped carbs, kept fat the same, kept protein the same, and then we shifted carbs around a little bit during the daytime on my low carb days, and then just keeping one high carb day. So definitely felt that a little bit this week. I had a little bit of a low energy yesterday. Today is my high carb day, so I'll show you what I ate for my high carb day. So I hate high carb days. You'd think that you get to eat a lot of food and you feel better, but reality, I'm hungry all day and I just can't get over the hunger part of it. So I really don't look forward to those. But feeling pretty good. Got a little aches and pains here and there, just overuse. Walking on the treadmill, my knees and ankles are getting sore. I'm starting to feel a little bit of shin splints because it's incline treadmill plus my sprints. I've been getting out on the road, so that's always better for my legs on the road versus the treadmill. We try to switch it up when my shins are a little bit sore. I'm trying to go a little bit leaner. So again, you saw in the nutrition update that we're doing fish the last meal of the day on both my low carb and high carb days. Just a little leaner, a little easier to digest, so I'm not waking up full in the morning. 5 a.m. is becoming a little bit easier now that I have to hop on the train. I hop on the train in the morning and take that to work, to the gym over by my work, and that allows me to get my cardio in, and then I eat afterwards. So I really don't mind the 5 a.m. right now. It's actually kind of feeling good. I get a chance to read on the train, wake up a little bit, have a cup of coffee, and then hit the treadmill, and I just put on a couple good YouTubers and kind of kills the time. Once in a while, a good podcast here and there. So I'm learning to enjoy it. I don't dread it. It doesn't feel like it's awful. I feel amazing afterwards. And we dropped the intensity down, so my heart rate is at 120 rather than for steady state, rather than at 130 steady state. That feels good. Feels, I won't say easy, but I hope it works. Coach wanted to back off a little bit, make sure we're in our fat burning zone. So that's a good thing. You saw my body fat video. My body fat videos there. That was interesting. It was nice to see that we're gaining lean mass. We're dropping body fat. Weights are relatively the same, so it's nice to see those numbers changing. That'll continue to change, and hopefully, dropping body fat a little bit more, doing the steady state cardio at this lower amount or this lower heart rate as well. So time will tell. We'll see in the next 4 weeks. This week's change for the gym, I'm focusing on higher reps this week, holding, some of the reps towards the end of the set, slowing down each rep so that I'm not just repping them out, getting more out of it, flexing between sets to really push a lot of blood into the muscles that I'm working. That seems to be pretty tough. It was really good. I had a really good pump. I did back one day, and then I just did shoulders last night, and it was a good change up. I hate those high reps like that, 20 to 25, 3 to 4 sets, but your body needs a good change, and that definitely was a nice change up. Also for my posing, I got to hold my poses a little bit longer now that we're getting closer to the show. Want to make sure I'm holding my poses like I would on stage and conditioning my muscles. I have to remember to smile during my posing because you got to get your cheek muscles conditioned as well, so you got to get used to holding that on stage. If not, then you definitely feel it on stage and your cheeks are shaking when you're smiling. It's nerves, and you're just not used to those muscles, so you got to exercise those as well. You got to practice that a little bit more. body fat tested at Fitness Wave. It's a dunk tank, so it's the hydrostatic body fat testing. 4 weeks ago, I was at 14%, or just a little under. So I believe, if not, I'll put it right here. Yeah, so working hard. Weight probably hasn't changed too much, maybe just a couple pounds. But I definitely notice body composition changes. So curious to see where we're at. That'll help coach also know where to push. And I typically come into my shows around 7% or so, maybe a little over, maybe a little under. We got 8 weeks left to go, so we'll see how that works out. That was fun. I knew it was down a little bit, but we're down at just at the bottom of 12%. So lost 2% body fat. My lean mass, he's going to send me the report, so I don't know the exact numbers, but he said it was 136 before, 136 pounds of lean mass, and this time it was 139.6 or 0.7. So 3.5 pounds of lean mass gain. Who knows? Maybe some of that's 2 meals that I ate this morning too, because it's measures the mass in your system. So, but I'll take it. It's numbers are in the right direction, and so we got 8 weeks to go, and roughly 5% body fat to lose. Doable. It's doable. I mean, we were down 2% in 1 month, so we'll get close. We'll see how close we can get and hold on to our lean mass. That's the goal. We want to hold on to our muscle while doing all this dieting and cardio. So lifting heavy and making sure that I'm taking all my supplements. And I think adding in that leucine really helped. Got to get my cardio in, my sprints here at lunch, and then back to work. And we got weights tonight, so we'll hit back tonight and then shoulders tomorrow. Sprint cardio is done. Back to the office, a shower, and the rest of my day go to work. Then we got to work out tonight. prep day today. So I am starting off with breakfast. I just got out of the gym, literally sat in my car, put my makeup on, and now I'm trying to get something to eat. So I have I have 2 little burritos, and they both just have fish inside of them. And they are the Mission burrito or tortilla wraps that are the low carb ones. So they're 19 grams of carbs each. So that gives me 40 grams of carbs for this breakfast. Trying to get about 40 grams of carbs at each meal today, so it might be just give a little here and there. And my protein is decreased because it is a high carb day today. So we're looking for good clean sources, no sugars, fat. So here's my breakfast on the way to work, and just fish and a burrito and a tortilla wrap. Just got done with morning cardio, and I used this stuff from NPA. Let's see if it shows on here. It's called Vasoburn by NPA Subs, and it is capsaicin, which is like, the hot stuff in jalapenos, and it's supposed to bring more blood flow to areas you have trouble losing fat. So for women, saddlebags, your glutes, love handles, lower belly. So you put that on and then do your cardio. And I think Alicia Keys said it best when, "This girl is on fire!" This girl is on fire! Holy crap, it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and you're kind of wondering, is it gonna subside? Is it gonna stop? No, it just gets hotter and hotter. And well, this is on your skin. You can wash it off, and in the shower, you're trying to put as much soap on as you can to get it off, and eventually it stops. But the entire cardio session, the entire drive home, until you hit the shower and wash it off. So my ass is getting hotter as I'm sitting in the car. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and get it off my skin. The gym. I got to get a quick workout in, and my sprints for the last session of sprints for the week, be session number 5. And then Bob has a football game tonight, so he coaches for Chapman University. He's the linebacker coach, and they're playing Pomona Pitzer tonight at Pomona. So got to get that in, get my workout in, and then head up there and cross our fingers for a W tonight. chest workout. I feel like such a dork flexing after every set. Your chest. It's so cliche for bodybuilding, but it really does work. I feel like seriously, my chest is so pumped right now. It feels good. My shoulders are pumped, and but yeah, that's hey, if it works and brings a little more detail and brings a little more pump, stretch those muscle fibers out, I'm in. Good stuff. Gotta rush home and eat and shower. We got a football game to go to. Go Panthers! We got 8 weeks in the books. There was a quote I put at the very beginning that said, "Stay in your lane," and that was something I've been kind of focusing on this week. I have to remind myself that it's not about comparing myself. I will never look like anybody else, and I can only be a better version of myself. And I know everybody says that, but that's something I had to really focus on this week and not spend too much time on social media. Training, it gets tough, and so I have to remind myself that, hey, just put your head down, do your job, trust your coach, and as they say, trust the process, and changes happen. And I want it now, and it's just that's not the way it works. It's a long, slow process. That's the reason it takes 12, 16, 20 weeks to be stage ready. My weight stayed up most of the week. I was a little bit nervous, and I think that was a little bit of my anxiety for the week, but finally dropped. So I was sitting at 158, 159, 160, and then it finally dropped back down to 156. Granted, weight is not what this journey's about. It's about what I look like. So holding on to muscle is more important than dropping scale weight. Creating more muscle during this process is an absolute bonus during a cutting phase. I don't like to focus on the weight, but it is one unit of measurement that I can evaluate. But again, you're just looking at pictures. That's why I take pictures every week, progress pictures. It shows me where my changes are, where things are tightening up, and body fat loss happening. I'm losing inches in different places, and I can see that in my pictures. So I just have to keep my head in the right space and not worry about that. Changes will come. This week was a higher rep week. 4 and 5 sets of 20, 25, sometimes 30, and the pumps were insane. Finishing those last few reps of the high rep range, and wow. I'll definitely have to add in that training scheme again a couple times before we hit stage again. It's just definitely a good stimulus for my muscles, and a good change to be from so heavy for so long and low reps to increasing that to higher reps. Feels good. My energy dipped the last few days here, Saturday, Sunday, and actually a little bit on Friday as well. So I started to implement a fat burner. I'll put the one I take here. It's by Evagen, called Liposide, and it just gives me a little bit more energy. I'm not really worried about the fat burning effects, but just a little bit of boost in energy. So in the morning I don't have problem with energy. It's just kind of right around lunchtime in that afternoon it starts to catch up with me, and that's usually after I have my morning cardio in, and I'll have my lunchtime cardio. We usually have 2, sometimes 3 meals in me before that lunchtime cardio, and just burning a lot of calories and not a lot of fuel. So that's part of the process. You gotta burn all this body fat off, and your fuel gets reduced a little bit, meaning your food intake gets reduced. So that's gonna happen. That's part of the process, but you just gotta manage it. I'll talk about supplements in my next video for 7 weeks out. There's a few other supplements I added in this week that will help with a little bit of fat burning too. So there's just little tools you can add in to give yourself a little bit of an edge. But if you're not doing the work and you're your nutrition's not on point, doesn't matter what you add in. You have to have your nutrition in your training. It has to be there before any of these little things will help. Road cyclists will shave off grams just to save a little bit of weight on their bike, so they might get 5 seconds faster. So that's kind of what this is adding in a fat burner. It's a tiny bit of help, but it's not going to do the work. I have to do the work. So spending the time in the gym, on the treadmill, on the spin bike, on the road, that's where the results will come from. And this is just that maybe 2% that's going to help me. We'll update you on 7 weeks out for next week and see what Coach has in store. So with the body weight not changing too much, I do anticipate some more cardio and maybe another cut in my macros for my nutrition. So we'll see. Stay tuned.